Hi, my name is Deepak Chitnis. You can read my blog at www.deepakchitnis.net. You can see it on the screen right now. Earlier we have done our getting started using ASP .NET MVC 3 video. Today we are going to take that one step forward and we are going to see how to use the free CSS templates with ASP .NET MVC 3 application. So when we go over to ASP.NET MVC 3, I'm going to start up my Visual Web Developer Express and start with a new project, and then select ASP MVC 3 web application with the Razor template, and I'm going to leave the name MVC application 1 as is and click on OK. And the template provides us with a controller and views. The default views are not very pretty, but as we can see when I run this application, they look pretty bland, and you have a home and about menu over here and you can switch between the two, but they don't look very interesting. So how do we go and fix this? We'll head over to the Internet Explorer and I'm gonna go to home. I'm gonna go over to the other window that I have. I'm gonna type in free CSS template, and then I have a website which is www.freecsstemplates.org, which hosts a lot of free templates. So as you can see, there are a few of them on this page, and I can go and browse for all CSS templates. I could even go ahead and search. Let's try finding one which is my favorite. It's called Earthling 2. There it is. So let's say we want to use this template. First of all, let me show you what is the preview of this. So how does it look? It looks something like this. I suppose this looks a lot pretty. So let's take this template and download it. And of course I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save as Earthling 2, and then I'm gonna go and open up the folder. Now I don't need this page, so I'm gonna close that page and go over to the downloads, and then we got to extract that zip, extract all the files from the zip. I'll keep the name as is, and now what we have is the extracted image of the Earthling 2 template. So let's head over to Visual Studio. Now what we want to do is place that template right here. I'm going to stop executing the application, so I'm going to go to the home page and close the application so that it stops. And then what I'm going to do is I would want to place that template right here in the content. So I'm going to open up my downloads and right click on the folder that I just extracted. I'm going to click copy, head over to content over here and click paste. And now you can see that the folder has just come in. I'm going to go ahead and rename this index.html that we have with the template to match something like the one that we have over here, layout.cshtml. And you'll see in a moment why I'm doing that. So let's just rename that layout.cshtml. Now remember, we are using the Razor view engine, so we will be able to use all of the Razor syntax to work with this template. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the layout that came with the project template, the MVC application 1 project template. I'm gonna take a few things from here and plop it into our layout.cshtml. The first thing that we need is the inherits. So I'm gonna go ahead, open the other one as well. This tells me that the format is not confirming to Windows, which is fine. I would rather have that converted. And I'm gonna paste that line of code over here. Basically what that is telling the layout pages, use Razor Web Engine. I'm gonna start customizing my template. I'm gonna take the code from here to display the title. I'm gonna plop that in over in the title section over here, so that every page that makes use of this template can actually be get a dynamic title. Okay, now that we are done with that, let me go ahead and change the heading of this application. The one that is provided by the project template is my MVC application, and that is what I'm gonna take and plop it in over here. For now we don't need the tagline. If you do, you could leave that in place, but I'm gonna comment out the tagline. And then we are gonna head over to the menu. So obviously we have those two options, the home and the index, the home and the about link. So I'm gonna copy those two links and put it in my new layout over here. Remove all the ones that are provided by the template, because we don't need the free CSS template, because we would probably want to work with the template that the application provided us. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete everything in the content area. Be careful not to delete the clear tag. It doesn't really matter, but I would rather leave it in there. And the content area is rendered using the add render body. So I'm going to capture that and plop it in here. So that's a template, that's our body. And now we don't need anything in the sidebar. As of now we are not populating the sidebar, so I'm going to remove everything from the sidebar. As and when we have content for the sidebar, I can come over there and plop those things in over there. We don't have a footer, so I'm gonna delete everything from the footer. And now since you're using the template, you would probably want to leave the links, because that's under the Creative Commons license. So apart from the links, I could just go ahead and change the name of the site to reflect my site. But apart from that, I would leave the footer as is. So that is the template, the layout that we want to use. Now how do we tell? At this point in time, if we run the application, it is still going to use the default template, the default layout that came in. So how do we go and change that? It's pretty simple. We just go over to the views that we have. Let's say, for instance, we go to the index view, and over here we are going to change the layout page to point to our layout, which is content / earthlink 2. That's basically mapping the path to this folder. And then within earthlink 2 we have layout.cshtml, and I would rather take care of the case, because we name the file with a small l rather than a capital L. So that's all it takes to modify this, and then I can go ahead and run this application, and it should take up the new template that we downloaded from free CSS template.org. Now remember, we made all these modifications only in the index view. We haven't done anything for the about view. So let's just go ahead and run this. And then we see over here we have a bland looking screen, and that's probably because the link that we have over here for the style sheet is not mapping properly. So let's go ahead and fix that. So if I go back to the layout that was given to me by the project template, I can see up here I have link, and I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna plop that in my layout at the top. So you certainly want to have your original layout in place, and don't want to disturb that, so that you can come back and compare and do things as need be. And here I'm gonna say give it the proper path, earthlink2/style.css. Save that and run the program again, and there you have it, a beautiful looking template, and with the footer and everything that we had. Now remember, we haven't changed anything on the about page, so when I click on the about, you're gonna see that bland looking page. Now we got to go and fix that as well. So let's go ahead, and basically what we need is this layout file. So I'm gonna copy this line of code over here and head over to my about view and replace the current layout, which is pointing to the one that has been provided us by the project template, and change that to the Earthlink 2, and save that, run my application. My index page should be beautiful, my MVC application, and when I click on about, there you have it. The about page is also using the template. So that shows you how easy it is to take a template from free CSS template.org and use it in your own application. I hope you found this video interesting, and thanks for taking the time to watch this video. See you in a later video soon. Thank you. Meanwhile, please make sure that you visit my blog at www.deepakchitness.net. Thanks. Bye.